Hey everyone, how's it going there? It's Culture Crossing with Sean. This is Sean here, heading up to Ostrog Monastery today. Here in, I think the village is Dobovici village, just on the outskirts of Niksic, and that's where I'm currently staying at. It's about maybe 15 kilometers from Niksic. And you can go by train, by car. You can take a bus too, but I took the train up here. So I'll be giving you guys a little tour, give you a little taste of the monastery. I might not be able to film inside, because I know when I was down in Porkadika, the capital, there was no filming allowed in there, and that's how it is in most cases when you're in religious institutes. They are not too fan friendly of the camera, so to say. But I'm on my way up this gravel dirt road here and en route to the monastery. See y'all in a few. Hello there everyone, happy Tuesday from Ostrog in Macedonia, close to Niksic, where I'm currently staying. And I'm on my way to the Ostrog Monastery this morning. As you can see, it's pretty quiet. This is a small train station, and there's not a human being in sight. There's not a person anywhere. Trains only are running about every couple hours too, so it's very quiet over here, very secluded. And I want to show you guys these breathtaking views that I got this morning over here at the station. It's quite lovely, I might say. Look at that. Here in the valley, there's no place I'd rather be. What a view. So it only took me about 10 minutes on the train from Niksic down here to Ostrog. And it's going to probably take another 30 minutes or so, maybe 25, to hike up to the summit area where the monastery is. And I heard it's built into a cliff, so I'm looking forward to that, checking this out today. And afterwards I'll head back to the city and see a few more sights, and probably will stay here another couple days, because I want to go to this ski resort tomorrow. But for now, going to be heading up to the Ostrog Monastery. Some more spectacular views there. So anyways, I'm heading up this trail now. Good workout, by the way. And I've been here in Montenegro for about a week now. And as you guys already know, with the whole COVID pandemic going on still, I know it's pretty bad, especially in the US. But here, they seem to have it under control, more so than in Albania. There was more cases over there, I noticed. And so they had curfew times, and you had to be in earlier as well. I think it was like 9 o'clock in Albania, whereas here you have to about 10 or 11. And so, like I was saying, I plan to travel the country and stay here for maybe 2 or 3 months. Then I'll decide where I want to go next. Maybe Macedonia, Turkey, or even Egypt. We'll see. It could be in that order too, so. But just a bunch of rocks and a trail here. And I see the sign again up ahead for the monastery. They did say it was a hike up, so they weren't wrong about that. Now this is a sign to the monastery in Ruski, in Russian language. So it says, in that direction. Let's do it. So hopefully this is going to lead me to the monastery, walking up these rocky and dirt trails now, up this slight mountain range. And let's see what we see. As you can see, there's the Ostrog train station down there off to the right. Whoo! Here we go, more trekking on this warm and beautiful, weather-wise, that is, Tuesday morning. I guess we continue to follow this trail. Just gonna see where it goes. Now, one thing I think worth noting, this is quite the hike. Definitely not for beginners. Is that there is this, like I said, I took the train from Niksic down here to Ostrog, decided to hike up to the monastery. But you can take a bus or a taxi to get to the monastery as well from Niksic. Taxi will cost you about 30, 40, about maybe 30 euros, because it's about 40 minute drive. And a wow, kind of steep here. Whew. And a bus, local bus, will take you there as well for about 5 euros. And you just tell the bus driver you want to go to Ostrog. They'll know where to go. They'll drop you off at a certain point, and from there, it's not too far of a walk, I've heard, to the monastery. So, like I said, we'll see where this trek goes. Not seeing any signs of the monastery yet. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but looks like I'm halfway there. I can see finally see the monastery up there up in the hills, perched up in there. So I'm gonna start heading that way, continue the uphill journey, and should be no longer than 25 minutes for me to get up there. So here we go, guys. Woo! Off to Ostrog Monastery. Some nice little agriculture here. Has some greenhouses. Looks like they're working on that stuff over there. Has some let's see what this is. Some corn, perhaps. Yes, stalks of corn. And up there on the hill, if you can see it, wedged, like I said, wedged into that mountain there is the monastery. So I'm getting closer. Still a little bit of a walk, but you know, getting near, getting close. Like I said, it's low season also, but because of the pandemic, there's not a lot of tourists. So even the guest house that I checked into in Porgadica was empty, and then the one here in Niksic, it was a hostel with bunk beds, you know, your traditional hostel with bunk beds and private rooms and whatnot, but I got the whole hostel to myself, which is pretty nice. There's no guests there at that time, and the owner told me he doesn't think, of course, based on the circumstances, that there's going to be any guests coming in for quite a while. He hasn't had a guest there for a couple months, he said. So we'll see how that goes, but it's nice for me, though, to kind of have my own space there and be able to do my own thing. So, but anyways, still en route now, continuing along the road, and on my way. All right, Upper Monastery. That's where we're going.
2,000 years later.
Howdy. So yeah, I made it to the top here at Ostrog Monastery. The hike was not what I expected it to be. It was a little more challenging. It took about 45 minutes to get to the summit, or from the foot to the summit up here at the top. Wow, you can see all that fog down there. But nothing beyond that. As you can see beyond this point, no cameras, no telephone. But I am going to walk up to the entrance and film. It just said no filming inside the monastery. Alrighty, so that's going to conclude the video from Ostrog Monastery. Ciao.